it seems ages ago, after we've had the excitement of game number 2, that we haven't quite forgotten about game number 1. We did have a few minutes to sort of wrap what happened, but I think it's time to recap once again. It was Delhi versus Mumbai in the afternoon, and it was a sharp contrast to this particular game. 129 for 8 is all Mumbai got, and you think by today's evening standard that should have been knocked off in 10 overs. No, it wasn't. Delhi struggled and struggled and struggled and tiptoed over the line with a 33 of 33 from Shreyas Iyer, and that's what it took. It needed 100 type of strike rate to win that particular game. We've talked about Shreyas Iyer a lot. He's the only person we talked about when we wrapped earlier. Quick word on Mumbai. What do Mumbai get out of this particular game, and how worried should they be, Joy?
I don't think they've got much out of this game at all. I don't think they played Jayant Yadav, who was useful for them, but Jayant Yadav for Raucher. The problem is that Hardik is not giving them anything right now. And I thought Avesh bowled beautifully though to him. And they're fast bowlers that they came back as well as they could. Considering the total was just 130 or 129, 130 to chase, they did well. But their batsmen have simply not done enough in this tournament to give them these kind of situations. Situations like this, Mumbai will get over the line maybe 3 times out of 10. But if they're going to get into this situation match after match, it's not going to happen. This is a Mumbai team that after a long time is looking like it will not qualify. And remember, these are defending champions for the last couple of years. They've repeated as IPL champions. They're defending champions. I don't see them in the qualifiers from here.
Sean, you've been in that dugout. You've captained this side. It's a quality franchise. How do they stand up and be counted? Even someone like a Surya Kumar has got off that dreaded telephone number, but did he do enough to say that I'm back?
Yeah, it is a situation that they find themselves in. And I think when you look at their team, I mean, there's probably 5 players there that any franchise would absolutely jump at with regard to the contributions they can make and the destructiveness they can show with the bat, or from, like, for example, a Bumrah with the ball. I mean, he can be absolutely brilliant. But the reason they were champions is because all of them were sort of at their standard or above. And for a period of time now, there's been too many individuals in that side who haven't hit what we know that we can expect from them. Rohit hasn't quite been in his firepower. There's been contributions from Quinton, but we know he can take it just to the next level. Surya Kumar hasn't been at his best, and he got a few runs this time around. Pollard has probably still been good. Pandya hasn't quite, given us what we've seen, and the start from Bolt up front hasn't been as good as we saw it last year. So I think it's a case in point of same individuals, same abilities, but just not reaching their standards as a team, as a combined unit. And I think they can still squeak in. I mean, as we talked about how important is a Rajasthan have it in their control. Mumbai play Rajasthan next, so if they beat them, basically they'll knock them out. And then they can pick up some confidence from there. And all they've got to do is sneak in, and that'll be the focus. And sometimes, you just need something to aim at. So it's not to try and get into the top 2. It's not to try and do anything. It's just qualification. Narrow it down as a team. You have a meeting. Have a meeting and just say, listen, guys, forget about what's happened so far. It's 2 games. We've got 2 games. If we can produce, if we can win, we're in the knockouts, and then we've got a chance. So let's put it all behind us. Let's not discuss the baggage too much. Come, let's forget about that and focus on these 2 games ahead.